Now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to party? As you noticed, we ordered some liquid gold just to wet your whistle a little bit and get some of that humidity out of the air for the evening. We are so glad to have you guys here this evening. Now, for those of you who have visited us here at the Diller Picnic before, you know that we have a tradition. About 7:15, we sound the fire whistle so that the people all over town getting ready for the parade know exactly how much time they've got to get ready before we put our show on. Now, because you have noticed we've made some changes on Main Street, including no more light poles, the fire whistle that used to be just above my head and torture all the ears of the little children is now down at the fire hall at the community building. So when Randy sounds the whistle, you won't have to cover your ears if you're sitting on Main Street. But I want to give you an FYI that that'll be happening in about 2 minutes. That tells you and everybody else that it's about 15 minutes till parade time, so you've got that much time to find a seat, get a drink, use the restroom, whatever, because in about 17 minutes, the parade will begin. There, that was pretty painless, wasn't it? Not too bad, not like in the past. Well, I tell you what, Diller Picnic's always this great party that we enjoy putting on for our friends, and we are delighted to have you here this evening. We've had 2 nice days of fun and excitement. Today's been a lot of fun for people, from the mud drags to the Pasture Gulf, and now to the parade, and to top off the evening, an awesome concert, a very rare concert, with Dustin Evans and his group. We're excited to have them here this evening, and we invite all of you to stick around and enjoy that part of the evening. I did want to tell you too that we got a lot of stuff going on this evening. We do have the Los Diablos Drum and Bugle Corps here again this year, and immediately following the parade, they will be performing right here in front of the announcer stand for your enjoyment. About 15 minutes after their performance, we invite you to move down to the city park, where Justin the Juggler is going to be performing for you there. We invite you to go down and enjoy his talents. Justin was telling me that he began this business at the age of 14, and he is a college student from Minnesota, making an honest living, sharing his talents with us, and he's right across the street over there. Wave to the crowd, Justin, so they see you. There he is. So Justin is going to be down there, we'll say about 8:30, so we'll have a chance to catch a drink and walk that way, visit with a couple friends, and still catch Justin's performance for this evening. Let's see, other things going on. Are you hungry? Maybe you are, maybe you're not, but just in case you get the hankering to eat something tonight, we have food down in the community building with Carmen Ragland. She has a list of homemade pies longer than my arm, and if you like homemade pie, I would suggest you go and enjoy a piece of pie created by Carmen Ragland. She also has sandwiches, chips, and other delicious things to enjoy. Now, coming up the street, the End Zone owners, Jody and Neil Waltz, invite you to come in this evening, cool down, enjoy a cool one. They have some sandwich items for you to drink, and I need to check and see. I'm not sure if Jody and Neil have karaoke tonight or not. If somebody could let me know that, I would appreciate it. In the Opera House, we also have barbecue chicken. It was going very fast and very well, so if you like barbecue chicken, you might hurry up and get down there. I know they usually sell out. It's a really delicious item. So, you know, you've got that little bit of time before the parade. It might just be enough time to go get in line and get those last few chicken halves because they're awesome. And I bet you it's probably the Van Lanninghams who are doing the cooking. Now, also coming up the street, just to my right and across the street, we have Vern and Jan Parker, some special things they're featuring this evening. They have grilled turkey legs, as well as some delicious fruit smoothies and other items on their menu they'd be delighted to share with you. Next to them, we have kettle corn from Lincoln. And the people who ate it last night, highly recommend it. So, any of those goodies are there for you to eat. Moving on down the street, we have the Thomas Brothers Amusements. We had a great visit with some of the staff from the carnival today, and we learned that the merry-go-round that is here this year is the very merry-go-round that has been coming to the Diller Picnic since about the 1920s, which I think is pretty cool. They have a number of wonderful vintage rides that they maintain and bring for our enjoyment every year. And there's some great history and some great stories in those rides. But for those of you who have been coming here year after year to enjoy a ride on the merry-go-round, this is the very one that perhaps your parents and grandparents have also enjoyed at the Diller Picnic. So what a great story and what a great evening. Well, listen, on the picnic grounds we also have bingo by the American Legion, and St. Paul's Lutheran Church has food there for you. The carnival folks also have a delicious fare to serve you this evening. So we've got about 11 minutes before the parade is going to start. People are still finding their spot for the parade. We'll be ready and back with you in about 10 minutes. And that signifies the official beginning of the 110th Diller Picnic Parade. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are so delighted to welcome you here this evening. This is our party for our friends, and we love it when our friends come to celebrate with us. As always, our parade begins with the traditional presentation of our nation's colors. I ask you please, as the colors come up the street, that you show respect by removing your hats and saluting the flag, please. When the color guard reaches the announcer's stand, we will then pause and we will enjoy the national anthem as presented by Brad Paul. Our first entry this evening is our Jefferson County Sheriff Department escort. Sheriff Nell Sorensen and his staff have been with us during the picnic to ensure our safe well-being. We appreciate the effort and the work that they do, and we appreciate their being here this evening to officially begin our celebration. Also, the first color guard this evening represents the Diller American Legion. Those marching this evening are Howard Behrens, Joe Novotny, and Bob Weirs. We are also very honored to have with us this evening Specialist Craig Rimple, who is in active duty with the United States Army. Craig has served a tour of duty in both Iraq and Korea, and it is with great honor that we have him with us this evening. We are also very privileged to have the VFW Honor Guard of Fairbury, Post 3113. We have had them as our guests in the past, and we are delighted again that they come to share a celebration with us. Thank you, gentlemen.
Oh, say, can't you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Brad. What a beautiful gift. And what a beautiful evening. A great time for a parade. Moving up the street at this time is an entry from Hebron, Nebraska. Hebron is bringing a moving Vietnam memorial wall to Hebron, Nebraska on August the 24th through the 28th. In addition to this beautiful wall memorial, they will be having a Vietnam museum, which will be under a tent, and there will be daily ceremonies. There are also souvenir hats and window panes that are being offered for sale to help offset the cost. It will cost well over $8,000 to bring this Vietnam moving wall to Fair County. And selling hats is the only way to try and break even. They are not trying to make a profit, but they are trying to do their best to bring this meaningful memorial to the Midwest. And we thank you very much, Dawn. It's good to have you this evening. Good luck on your project. Thank you. And again, we do encourage all of you, please, please make a point to visit this remarkable opportunity in Hebron during August. At this time, we are delighted to welcome our Grand Marshal, Lieutenant Governor Rick Sheehy. Welcome, Lieutenant Governor, to Diller, Nebraska. We are so delighted to have you here this evening. I assume it was you who brought the rain. Only those of you in high political places have such power. And you pardoned it at an appropriate time. You're doing very, very well. All of you remember this when re-election occurs. Very good. Lieutenant Governor Sheehy was appointed Lieutenant Governor at the time when our current Governor, Dave Heinemann, was placed into his office. Lieutenant Governor Sheehy has served in a number of different political positions and volunteer positions, including serving as mayor of Hastings, Nebraska for 6 years. We are delighted and honored to have Lieutenant Governor Sheehy here this evening. At this time, we welcome the Diller Rural Fire District. We are honored and delighted to have such talented individuals in our community to ensure our safety. We have an active rural fire department and an excellent staff of volunteer EMTs that provide ambulance services in our community. We are so fortunate to have individuals who do this work not for pay, but for the betterment of our community. And of course, those of us living in rural Nebraska know that that is the kind of spirit that keeps our communities alive. And it's a delight to see the young kids waving as they go by. We are so glad we have Jeff Nelson in the fire truck, Jerry Novotny in the water wagon with some of the smiling children in town. Derek Coots is bringing up a big water wagon, and there's Logan. We gotta say a big thank you to his son Logan, who's been helping out this week, carrying heavy things and moving all sorts of stuff. He's been a great volunteer. We want to thank Logan. It's good to have him here tonight. As many of you have noticed, the scenery on Main Street has changed this year. We promised you last year that changes would take place. You might notice the beautiful vintage lighting, as well as the completed Veterans Memorial Park on the east side of Main Street. It's the same kind of volunteer spirit that supports the rural fire department and our ambulance service that has made these projects successful also. Driving the other water wagon was Ron Sass with his daughter Chelsea, and we have Butch Purnell driving our ambulance. Good to have you. Next, coming up the street, we have our Diller Nutrition Center, King and Queen. King Earl Bartlett and Queen Virginia Lotman are active members of the nutrition site, and they are being escorted through the parade this evening by Richard Meyer, a friend of our community, and it's delighted to have Richard here also. Congratulations, King Earl and Queen Virginia. Our first float this evening is an entry brought to us by the Diller Community Club. This beautiful entry is entitled Diller, Building for the Future, and the building blocks name many of the essential pieces to our community building. We also want to point out the wonderful tractor and the very handsome young men riding that tractor. The tractor is a 1959 John Deere 530 LP, and it is owned by Melvin and Jean Weirs. It runs on LP gas, and it was restored by Jim Michael and Melvin Weirs. Very good. Next, we have a 62 Studebaker Hawk by Arnold Behrens of Beatrice, Nebraska. Oh, they're the Rolling Wheels car group. And most appropriate for Roll Out the Fun, the Rolling Wheels is bringing to us a collection of 5 different wonderful vintage cars this evening. As many of you might enjoy a car show, here this evening you get to see them in action. And we have some wonderful, wonderful cars here this evening. We're reminded by Harry and Joan Gardner with their 1964 Studebaker GT Hawk that we are to elect Don Hill for Gage County Clerk. So a little bit of advertisement there. Our next entry is a 1951 Ford by Ray and Donna Miller of Beatrice, Nebraska. Roy, sorry. You know, every year my eyes get just, my glasses get just a little less effective. Thanks, Donna. And that's embarrassing. I'm a teacher that teaches reading and I can't tell an O from an A. Oh my. Next we have a 56 Studebaker by Gene and Marty Fett of Beatrice, Nebraska. Thanks for coming this evening. Rolf's Transfer, Stan and Robin Rolf says there's nothing better than an 18-wheeler. Nothing rolls better than that 18-wheeler. Well, Rolf's Transfer celebrates their family heritage of 60-plus or 65-plus years in the trucking industry with this wonderful float. They remind us to let the good times roll and keep rolling, because nothing rolls better than an 18-wheeler, and we've got Stan pulling his great entry through. Thank you, Stan. All right, we have in our next entry, God Lets the Good Times Roll. This is our entry by St. Paul's Lutheran Church. And I tell you what, that's one nice car to roll around in. Thank you very much. We also have individuals that are Mary Kay representatives walking along throughout the parade route. We have Robin Rolfs and Kendra Weirs, who are happy to provide any of the Mary Kay products that you may be needing. Here we have the summer reading program. We are reminded that we are driven to read. Are you guys ready to do the cheer? Readers, start your engines! Start your engines! Read, read! Race through a book at high speed! Be a winner at the finish line! Come on, fans, it's reading time! Good job, guys! This summer we had a reading program with about 60 children every Friday through the month of June. As you can tell, our theme was reading and racing. The kids had the chance to see Josh Carpenter's race car. They got to see Bill Jenkins' dragster. They wrote letters to NASCAR and local drivers, and they found out all about the races in Beatrice, Nebraska. By the way, Kids Night, Beatrice Speedway, August the 5th, starts at 7. A good time. They give away bicycles and lots of cool things for kids. Make sure you're there. So, we had a great summer reading program, and we were glad the kids could be with us. Now, we have the opportunity to not only promote a candidate for political office. Russ Karpachek of Wilbur, Nebraska, is running for legislature. But you know what? Russ Karpachek also has Karpachek Market in Wilbur. You ever been there? And you know what good food is? Karpacheks make good food. If they're throwing a hot dog your way. Knock people down to get one because they are delightful. I tell you, that's better than any candy you'll get. And Russ would probably be a good legislature too. But you know what? He really has a great hot dog. I can tell you that for sure. Great. Thank you very much to Party Checks for coming this evening. You're just walking behind letting the party happen, aren't you? Yeah, this is Russ Carpet Check, by the way. You should have put a big sign on your chest, because actually we just thought you were lost. You know, you do look a little lost, Russ. Just, you better get a little more confident look on your face, I'll tell you. Well, here we also have a political promotion. Elect Jeff Lycum for sheriff. Jeff is running for Gage County Sheriff. He is a common sense choice or a common sense approach. He would appreciate your vote on election day. Oh my word, I thought gambling was illegal in the state of Nebraska. What's going on? We are reminded that you don't gamble with your service. Not at all. Go fish. Oh yeah, right. You're playing go fish. You're playing go fish for money and you don't know it. And Donna, you're addicted to that one-armed bandit. This entry is brought to us by Diode Communications and Diller Telephone Company. They remind us that they've been rolling out new services since 1899. Diode and Diller Telephone reminds you to not gamble with your service. See them for internet, phone, cable, and many other services. Thank you. We are delighted to welcome this evening our Shriner friends. Our first guest this evening is Steve Hanman of the Sesostris Shrine in Lincoln. There are 3 shrine centers located in Lincoln, and the Lincoln one is called the Sesostris Shrine. This organization does wonderful philanthropic work. They provide services free of charge for children in their burn units and their other hospitals. We have Bill Nelson as well as Chris Moe, Captain of the Guard, with us this evening. As well as Pete Will, who is the chaplain of their organization. The cruise is classic, formed by 13 chapter members in about 1992. They create antique and specialty autos, trucks, and motorcycles. American-made, 1980 and older, besides being one of the leading shrine units in the parade participation, they collect aluminum cans and other scrap metals as a fundraiser. If you would care to continue or contribute to their efforts, contact the Sesostris Shrine Office in Lincoln or any of their members. They'll be glad to make certain you have a way of helping them make a difference. Their officers for 2006 are Captain Stacy Stanek, I apologize for the mispronunciation of your name, Lieutenant Robert Stayhut, and Secretary Treasurer Paul Campbell. And their motto is Cruising for Our Kids. Thank you very much. Director Bob Marbles brings his group, the Blue Valley Firemen, this evening. This group of Shriners was organized in 1971, and this group regularly attends parades in this part of Nebraska. This 1956 American was bronze inspired tracks are owned, maintained, and operated by members of the firemen to promote Shrine Day. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming this evening. This group, as you know, are in charge of the following floats: the football, the calliope, the hospital float, and the three-wheeler scooters, as well as much, much more. Thank you, gentlemen. We are reminded that our shrine, the Shriners, work very hard to support over 18 orthopedic children's hospitals by their work. Not one child has ever paid a dime for their care, and they have 3 burn institutes where they help the child who has been burned. These Shriners sponsor the North-South High School football game and the Shrine Soccer Classic. They are all Masons, and the Shrine is known as the world's greatest philanthropy. Oh no, one of them got away. Right now we have the Keystone Cops. They're one of the newest units of the Sesostris Shrine, and they're out to have fun and entertain you, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. Oh, for those of you who love Mustangs, next we have the Mustangs, who are a group of Sesostris nobles with 1965 through 1968 classic Ford Mustang convertibles. This unit was formed in the spring of 1977 with 6 members. It now has a membership of 28 nobles, and the unit attends many parades and always appreciates the welcome response that is given by the people along the way. They say thank you and are happy to be here, and we are happy to have you, gentlemen. Thank you for being a part of our celebration this evening, and also thank you for the work you do on the behalf of children. All right, now I'll tell you what, one time, many years ago, I tried to be a part of a precision grocery cart group with no motors, and we had a terrible time. These guys, the Tri-Scats, do it with motors and do it quite successfully. They were formed in 1968 as a 12-person precision drill unit for parades and competition. They have performed in many parades in southeast Nebraska and northeast Kansas, as well as competed in regional competitions. Over the years, they have regularly placed in the top 2 spots. Most recent in 2004, a regional competition in Des Moines, with a first in competition and a second place in obstacle course. Again, I tried it with something that was not motorized, and that is not easy. We are happy to welcome this evening the Craig Check Queen, Amanda Kelch. We are happy to have her here this evening, representing her community. I know that many communities throughout the area of Nebraska have ethnic celebrations, and we do remind you of one coming up soon in Wilbur, Nebraska, coming in August. Good times, sunshine, summertime. The Diller Griffin cheerleaders share this good time picture with you this evening. Well, I tell you what, there's not too many of us that would turn away the chance for a Hawaiian getaway. And if you can't get there, you just make your own. So thank you, ladies. ladies of the Griffin Cheerleading Squad. We wish you and your sports teams in the season of 2006 and 2007 a good year and good fun. Thank you, ladies, very much. There are many neighbors that we appreciate, and some of our neighbors are our friends to the south. This is a float brought to us by the Friends of Hollenberg Station. They have their festival this year on August 27th. They have a depiction of the original and unaltered Pony Express station. It is located in the Hollenberg area and just off the highway to the west a bit, or to the east, excuse me. It's well worth your time. They have a lovely visitor center. Their celebrations are always very well planned, very well presented, and very much worth your time. We also welcome this evening our friend from Midwest Crocs of Hanover, Kansas. By the way, those folks in Hanover know how to put on a great 4th of July celebration. They had a show that I could see from my kitchen window last Saturday night, and they put a lot of work into their community. It shows, and we appreciate them coming up this evening to be a part of our celebration. We next have our Hanover Chamber, who reminds us that their dates of 49 are August 17th through the 19th. They have some very nice events as part of their celebration. Good food, good time, another party that we would encourage you to be a part of. Next, we welcome Bob Pocock, who is running for the University of Nebraska Board of Regents. Welcome, Bob, and good luck on Election Day. This 1954 Farmall C with a loader and spreader is driven by Richard Krause. He is hauling the Krause grandchildren, and of course Mitzi. Oh, it's always good. We're happy to see you guys, but we're particularly glad to see Mitzi every year. Sorry. Hey, she's a tradition, and it's wonderful to have you folks here with us. Thank you. You guys like parties. Well, Chesterfest is coming up, and they want you to join them in their fun. I've seen that Chesterfest is on July 15th, and they are featuring Bourbon Street. And what else is going on for Chesterfest? You're going to have a dance. Do you have contests? Fireworks. Oh, food. Oh, 3-man basketball. Okay, so watch the area papers. Gotcha. Watch the area papers. Keep in mind that's not too far off. Have some fun in Chester. Oh, look at our other neighbor to the west. We are so glad to be reminded of the Lord Acres Day celebration that comes up every October. I never miss it. They have homemade candy you cannot beat. They have a consignment sale. They have homemade horseradish and lots of other good stuff. And it is a nice, nice community celebration. Be sure and be there. Here we are reminded that in good times or bad, we'll keep you rolling. And we have our friends from Farmers Cooperative of Plymouth sharing their best wishes at this 110th Diller Picnic. Thank you. We've got to call them a time or two. Things don't always roll the way they should on our farm. We welcome this evening Pete Ricketts. He is candidate for U.S. Senate. We are encouraged to vote for Mr. Ricketts, who is representing the Republican Party of this part of Nebraska. Remember, candidate Ricketts on Election Day. Thank you very much for from the area. We always enjoy their music, and not only do they provide their music, but they also share each year a scholarship with area schools. Please note on the side of their entry the winners for this year. And with that, also note the sponsors who have brought them to you this evening. And share your applause. Right. And now we have the 2006 Chevy HHR, brought to us, of course, by KUTT of Fairbury, Nebraska, 99.5 on the dial. They're giving away this vehicle later this year. Watch area celebrations. There have been several opportunities for folks to register here at the Diller Picnic. I know that they're at the area fairs, and I'm sure at other area celebrations. Don't forget, you've got to register if you want a chance to win. So make sure you look for that registration booth. And good luck. It's usually around Christmas that the winner takes home the brand new wheels. So let the good times roll. Now that's one tall Army guy. I don't think he's from around here. He looks to be a stranger in town. But first we have our friends from Fairbury, Nebraska. They tell us, welcome to Fairbury, the Fairbury Chamber of Commerce. They have Fairbury Fest coming up September 8th through 10th. They have Richard's Amusements on Friday and Saturday, along with a craft and flea market. They have food and museum tours. They're also going to have a heritage tour of homes, and there are some beautiful homes in Fairbury. For you to remember today, September 8th through 10th, fun in Fairbury, watch the paper, listen to the radio. Also included is the barbecue contest on Friday and Saturday. A lot of good fun. That looks a little bit like Army Guy Balloon. Hello, sir. We are happy to welcome our Army recruiter here this evening. This is the branch of the military that was represented by Craig Reppel earlier this evening. And we're pleased to have you here and the work that you're doing on behalf of the safety of our nation. Fairbury Livestock Company is owned by Larry and Deb Jumper. Cowboy Larry, to his friends, has been serving the community's livestock auction needs since 1990. They have cattle sales on Tuesdays and hog sales every third Saturday of the month. Make sure and keep Fairbury Livestock in mind. Thank you for coming this evening. I think you're a hit with the kids. The Caterpillar kids? No? Camel Trucking. Oh, thank you guys. We just needed to know where we were on the schedule. That's right. Oh, Brian Hamill reminds you that at Hamill Trucking, the customer is always first. And we're delighted this evening to have Brian, or excuse me, Eric and Kyle Hamill, remember, where the customer keeps us rolling. Thank you guys. And what is this? Are you lost, folks? allotments. I could tell, yeah. I could tell they drive kind of the same vehicle as you guys do. I see there that you picked up yourself a new tire on the way. That no hunting, no trespassing. Yeah, you keep the good times rolling. The Country Peddler, we are glad to have him from Bellevue, Nebraska, Rich and Pam Golden. Next we have Schwab for legislator. Ron Schwab and his family members are with us this evening, encouraging us to vote for Ron on election day. Thank you so much for coming this evening and good luck to you. Harold Bly brings us this evening his Ellis Chalmers tractors. The first one was a 1950 W.D. Ellis Chalmers. It was restored in 1998 and Harold himself is the driver this evening. Welcome, Harold. The next one is a 1938 W.C. Ellis Chalmers. It was restored in 1994 and driven by Sharon Bly. I might ask, do you do the restoration yourself? Do you do the restoration work yourself? Harold does. Very nice work. He's been a busy man. The third entry by Harold Bly this evening is a 1945 E. Ellis Chalmers tractor. It was restored in 1995 and is driven by Tanner Bly. This is a 10-year-old son of Harold. He is accompanied by his dad, Jeff Bly, on the back seat. Good to have you. And finally, in 1925, yes, is driven by Tanner Bly. This is the 12-year-old grandson of Harold and Sean Mottman and Brad Sass as the golfers. Now, this is a little scary. We have a great travel game for those long road trips. We have Shelley Lottman and Hayden Hemphill as the cows. I don't know. I doubt I would want to be following that on the interstate, but I guess, you know, you make for, oh man! So who's ahead so far, guys? Oh, Brad is? That's just because Sean didn't answer fast. Oh, actually, Sean said he is ahead. Well, I'm very curious, game. I just don't know how popular it's going to become, but, you know, hard to tell. All right, next we have the Lottman Carpenter entry. Here we are reminded that they are still rolling after all these years. What a novel group. And again, are you traveling with Yabba Dabba Dudes or you too? Folks, your family was looking for you a little earlier. I guess maybe they're a little more advanced than you are because they actually had an engine in their vehicle. They're looking for you and they'll probably be down there somewhere. Thanks for coming along this evening and keep on rolling. You do good. They remind us that they have been in business surveying many parts of the United States for over 30 years. So congratulations to Lottman Carpenter Construction. We are here to serve all your needs. Holler if you need our services. I don't even want to ask what that's all about. It's a traveling toilet, yes, well. I thought they only did concrete work, but maybe they're branching out. You never can tell. Next we have CNC Processing. They are the home of Blue Valley Brand and Pony Express Meats. They are celebrating 12 years in business, and CNC is a locally owned and operated USDA-inspected meat processing plant. July is hot dog month, so be sure to pick up a package on your next visit. CNC wants you to know what's in your picnic basket. Now, carpet checks were here earlier giving away free hot dogs. What are you giving? What are you giving? Free hot dogs! Free hot dogs! Theirs is worth eating too, I'll tell you what. Oh no, it's Yogi Bear! He has gotten into the picnic basket. Rangers, Rangers, get it from him! Yogi? Yogi, were you supposed to be in that picnic basket? I'll tell you what, they ought to have a contest between Carpet Checks and CNC Food Mart hot dogs. We got some grand hot dogs around here, I'll tell you what. You know what I'll tell you. Next we have Dave Anderson is here this evening reminding us that he is running for County Supervisor of Dade County. He's also provided 33 years of Anderson Seed service. Thank you, Dave. He's the Dave half of a former music group known as Dave and John. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, the Diller girls 10 and under are league champions, and they went to celebrate with you. The Diller girls won their league tournament in Berkshire last week. The team consists of 1st through 4th grade girls from Diller and Odell, and they are coached by Mindy Sass, Amy Schroeder, and Tony Landenberger. And to you girls, we say, good job! Way to go, girls! We'll look forward to you repeating that next year. How about that? Good work. And congratulations, coaches! The Jefferson County Democrats bring to us this evening their entry entitled, Let the Good Times Roll. Elect Democrats. Nebraska voters have an opportunity to re-elect Ben Nelson for Senate this fall, and we hope make changes by electing David Hahn governor and Scott Cleave, Maxine Mull, and Jim Esch to Congress. The Jefferson County Democrats are proud to participate in the Diller Parade as they have for many, many years. Riding in the cab is Ed Sweater, longtime supporter of both the Diller community and his Jefferson County Democrats. And I regret I didn't get to wave at Ed before he went by. Hi, Ed. So good to have you here this evening to visit with us. This fire truck is owned by the Beatrice Daily Sun, your best news source. Pick up a copy today, and they for sure are keeping the good times rolling. Thanks for coming this evening, friends. Next, we have Miss Jefferson County. Miss Jefferson County is Jill Meyer. Jill is the daughter of Jay and Natalie Meyer of Dayton, Nebraska, and she is a 2006 graduate of Meridian High School. And she will be attending the University of Nebraska Wesleyan this very fall. Jill will be crowning the new Miss Jefferson County on Wednesday, the 12th of July. This coming Wednesday at the Fine Arts Center in Fairbury at 7 p.m. But for today, at this moment in time, Queen Jill, we are delighted to have you. Congratulations on your honor as Miss Jefferson County. We now welcome the Fire and Rescue, who are supporting proudly their new fire truck. Oh, now they're not supporting proud, but they're showing off. Look at that, they're just showing off. Now, had it been raining earlier, we'd all be moaning, but now that it quit raining, they're all going, it's wet, it's wet. Believe me, I don't want to get wet, okay? It was them down here. Good for you guys. I know that you and your community, too, take great pride in the volunteer work that makes these kinds of successes possible. So congratulations to you on the growth and continued success in Plymouth, Nebraska. And thanks for coming tonight. They received a $112,000 grant to help purchase this, and the rest came from fundraisers that they themselves held. So, very impressive. Next, we have the Good Times Are Rolling. Let the good times roll. Oh boy. And we got Andy Ray going through the parade in his three-wheeler. I like that three-wheeler, but you know what? I think it's the wrong size. I think I need more than the small model. I am so sad to say that. Next we have with you this evening the Diller Community Foundation float. The Diller Foundation supports many, many projects, including the endowment, the Main Street improvement, the museum, the school, the opera house. We are pleased to share these improvements with our guests each year as the Diller Picnic rolls around. And we encourage each of you continued support for the Community Foundation efforts. We now are encouraged to vote Rittenauer for Gage County Attorney. Randy Rittenauer would like to thank those who voted for him in the primary election in Gage County. And he does ask you for your vote in the November election. We encourage all of you to look into, study, and get to know the candidates who are encouraging your support this evening. And with many of them choosing to be here tonight, this is a perfect time to visit with them, become informed voters, and please, as always, take the opportunity to vote. We also welcome this evening Walden's 4th Legislature. Here we see a wonderful Ford 4000 and many Roman supporters here this evening who have come to ask you, please get to know our candidate and consider them when November elections roll around. Good luck to all of you. Now, I don't know, but I think if I were working, I would should be right for that. But, you know, we all have our preferences. Thanks for coming this evening. And now we have a yacht club. Now, this is a redneck yacht club, as we can tell. I guess I'm just glad I don't do a lot of water sports. Where just exactly do you yacht at? Wherever you end up. Okay, it could be in the ditch, it could be in the river, it could be in a lake, just wherever. Okay, I will just tell you right now that what appears to be a lake at the north and east of town is not the lake. Okay, it's the water treatment facility. Just don't go there. Don't go there. Welcome to all of you this evening from Pinnacle Bank. They are open, honest, and that's the Nebraska way. We are so glad this evening that they have chosen to join us and to share a sweet treat with our young participants here this evening. Exercise your right to vote on November 7th, says Dawn Hill for Gage County Clerk. We are very glad that Dawn and family chose to come out this evening and give you the chance to get to know her and to make her your election choice in November. Thank you for coming. Odell State Bank welcomes you this evening. Their branch here in Diller has been open for about 2 years, and we are glad to have them part of our business district. But I also want to take a moment on behalf of the community of Diller to extend a wonderful happy birthday to our friends and neighbors to the east. Odell, Nebraska is celebrating their quadricentennial this year, having their celebration of 125 years over Memorial Day weekend. A lot of wonderful things are happening in their community, and we're honored to call them friends, and Odell State Bank being part of our community also. Thank you. Oh, the State Bank of Odell. Yeah, there again, I only teach reading, but doesn't mean I know how. Welcome to Spec Towing. Spec Towing provides 24-hour towing services in Jefferson, Gage, Bear, and Saline counties. Call Stacy and Steven Spec the next time you need a tow. Well, with the number of deer we have around here, I'm wondering if Stacy and Scott aren't just cleaning those deer to cause pretty little business. I don't know. archery is the ultimate sport, we are told. You are encouraged to come and join the Big Indian Archers at the range located on the west side of the Big Indian Lake on Highway 8 east of Odell. All right, guys, really, do you really see all that stuff out there? I mean, I can buy it all, but the skunk, come on. Come on. I mean, really. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize we had one in the truck also. All right. Thank goodness. All right, now that's just disgusting. We have the Lieutenant Governor over here. Mind your manners. I'll tell you. So, accept the invitation. They look like a fun group, don't you think? Maybe you guys ought to invite the yacht group to join you. You got a lake, you got the hunt, you got fun. Next, we welcome a youth organization from our community, the Soaring Eagles 4-H Club. And I'll tell you what, this is a group of go-getters. These guys represent this evening all kinds of projects that they are going to be sharing with others during the Jefferson County Fair next week. Look at all this, sewing, cooking, animals, and much, much more. You see club members as well as parents and sponsors. We wish the Soaring Eagle members good luck as they compete at the Jefferson County Fair next week. Good luck to you guys. Hey, William, are you gonna ride the sheep this year, William? Okay, he is. Go to the rodeo, William's ride the sheep. It's great. Only in Nebraska do we take our little children and set them on an animal and say, go! We strap them all in when they ride in the car, where we put them on a sheep and turn them loose. It's a very interesting concept. Splashing through the good times with the Diller FFA. The Diller FFA would like to thank all those who have supported them in any way at all. All of our activities would not be possible without the support of our communities. Oh no, they're watering the gorilla, and they seem to think it's funny. All right, I know where you live, James. You better behave. Splashing through the good times. These guys too participate in a number of the area fairs, so we wish them good luck. D. Sweat shares with us his team and wagon. Friends from Steel City, Nebraska, followed by the 4-H Horse Club. The Homestead Riders 4-H Club is led by their princess, Courtney Walters. The club is made up of 27 members from Jefferson, Gage, and Saline counties. Serving as president this year is Caitlin Berkmeyer of Odell. And I see some familiar faces there. We thank you for bringing your entry this evening, and good luck to all of you as you compete in the upcoming fairs in the area. Of Marysville, Kansas. We hunt, we farm, and we ride. But Arctic Cat offers the most diverse selection of ATVs on the planet. Now, how can we prove that to be true? Do we just have people work hard? I bet we do. Okay. From the utility and sports styles to the workhorse pickup style, TVX, and the multi-purpose two-rider TRV. Whether you want to own an ATV or work for worker play, we invite you to stop in at Can Equipment, Marysville, Kansas. Also, how do you know where you're going if you don't know where you've been? In a world of ups, downs, twists, and turns, the Cultivar Ag Technology Center is designed to help growers be more successful through technology. Stop in at Can Equipment, Marysville, Kansas, and see why the Cultivar ATC is the most friendly precision guidance system on the market, and it is affordable too. Our friends from from D&J Egg Products have come this evening. I saw them driving down the road in the rain, didn't recognize them. What are they doing? It is Dennis and Jeanette Kinneberg of Diller, Nebraska, our Nature's Alpine Solutions service provider. And we are glad they came this evening. Hopefully they'll have a drier ride home. Next we have John and Carol Carmichael of Weimar with a 1926 Fordson. Harold Seaport of Weimar comes next with a 1955 John Deere. And next, Dale Seaport of DeWitt with a 1952 John Deere. This is the 6th generation of Carmichael family to attend. And we are so glad to have you. As a young girl, my father farmed at John Deere Equipment, and it makes this blacka, blacka, blacka sound. And when my husband, when our boys were born and I would play farm with them, I would move the tractors and go blacka, 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 blacka. And my husband always asked me, what's this blacka thing? He drove internationals, of course, and they made some other sound if they could get them to run, I guess. Now, I can't say that now because we drive and farm with internationals. But back then, now when we had our antique tractor pull a couple of years ago, I said, this is why when I farmed with Alan and Adam on the living room carpet, I would say blacka, blacka, blacka. That was a friendly sound to me as a little girl. And it's a joy to see these wonderful vintage tractors and farm machines safe for all of us to enjoy. Thanks for bringing it tonight. Opening soon, the Joker Lounge in Endicott, Nebraska. We have owners Kevin and Diane Sheldon inviting you to come on and join them. The Joker Show Band, BR, before and after band, and also K&B Construction Company. Bring their entry to us tonight. Now that's a chopper I could probably handle. Are you on your way to Sturgis? Yeah, she's on her way to Sturgis. I bet they're leaving tonight. Yeah. Well, I think they'd probably be able to find their choppers in amongst all those others. Those are pretty unique and really neat. Again, don't forget, Joker Lounge is going to be opening soon in Endicott, Nebraska. For those of you who travel down Highway 8, make sure and stop by and check them out. Next, we have the Henshaw Honeymoon Express. Gail and Nancy got hitched last night in Lincoln and are on their honeymoon at the Diller Picnic. Gail has attended every Diller Picnic since 1955, and I'll tell you what, we are thrilled that they chose to bring their 1929 Monterey truck to be with us this evening. Hot Springs tonight, Deadwood tomorrow. Good evening to you, Roy Barnes. It's wonderful to have you here this evening. Roy has many of his teams, and the one you see now being sponsored by Rod's Auction House with Howard Perkins is another one of Roy's teams. Howard and Roy are good friends, share an interest in horses, and we are glad they shared their entries with us tonight. We also have a group of Diller community friends who enjoy riding their horses. We could say they enjoy horsing around. I would never make it as a stand-up comedian. I can only try at these gigs they don't pay me for. So anyway, and we have the pit crew. Hello, pit crew. Have you done well this evening? Yeah. Are you selling that as fertilizer lately or later? Are you doing any kind of like recycling thing like this? Yeah, think green, guys. Think green. Come on. You can probably turn this bubble is powered by 100% natural. Now we'll let you go in. We'll let you go in what you want. And finally, here at the end of our parade tonight, we have John Fanabi and friends. They are called the Hillbilly Holland Band. John Fanabi, John, is that your grandpa? Is that your grandpa? Welcome. We've heard so much about your grandfather. I am delighted to get to see him. Oh, brother. All right, let's see. Well, they even have dancers. Okay. Well, at least they have the chicken dance down. Line dancing may be a little more complicated. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, John Fanabi and the Hillbilly Holland Band, we conclude this version of the 2006 Diller Picnic and Parade, and we thank you for coming. I see down the street we have the model of the veterans, the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall from Clemens and Don your items for sale. He does right here in front of the Veterans Memorial Park. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we also would like to pause, stop, and enjoy for one more time this evening the Condors of Omaha, Nebraska performing for us. You guys, it's always a joy to have you here. So long, and thanks for coming tonight. They'll be right here. Don't go anywhere. Let's enjoy their show.
Jennifer. slippery up here. All right. Yeah, there are actually a few puddles up here, but at least it's not raining, right? It's. All right, here's a trick you guys are gonna like. You ready for this one? All right, here it is. That was it. Right there, right there. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh, still going. Yeah, still going. Are you guys ready for all five? Okay, here it comes. The wind's starting to pick up a bit. Yeah, I don't know. You guys still want to see five? Okay. Alright, here it comes. Oh yeah! Oh yeah, those are the rings. All right, yeah. Okay, I think I just pulled like, what's this muscle here? The deltoid? Oh God. Okay, well, a couple problems. My